Hello everybody, Joel, ImportSauce.com, and today we wanted to look at the Elevate control knob rings, aluminum, for the P1 platform. Stick around. Starting off, let's take a look at the product description and image gallery as if we were purchasing it brand new. We hop over to elevatecars.com. I'm going to go ahead and just hop into the S40 section, even though these rings are available for many other applications. From here, you can dial down directly into interior styling. And then from there, we see there are those aluminum control knob dials. Let's take a closer look here. Okay, so here we have a nice little image gallery and kind of go through. You can see stock on the side, and it is important to note that not all stock rings have that aluminum trim. Some of them have the black trim. I've seen black plastic. I've seen black plastic with almost kind of a rubbery outside, and I've seen that variation as well. So here's an actual picture of another stock one. Yours may look like that, but regardless if it looks like that or does have the aluminum trim style there, these will work on it. Here is a picture of side view. Gives it a little bit more depth and a little bit more grip on there. So the description is pretty simple. We are adding style and function. I would say in terms of function, because it does have more grip on there, the feel is pretty good. Easy installation. You're simply just going to press them on there, but we will show you some tricks in case your knobs are worn out or maybe the size is a little different on there, how to make sure that these things fit perfectly for you. And easily enough, we have the specifics there. They have the machine aluminum finished. Says they could be polished. And also we will take a look at ours, which does have a black finish. So we'll show you both of those side by side as well. As it says here, the rings fit under the rubberized back control knobs and the knobs with the silver dials, as we saw in the product image gallery up above. And here we do say that it is 1.4 inch or 35.5 mm's on the outside diameter. So if yours are worn out, again, I'll show you how to get those on there, so it's not going to be an issue. And again, just before you order, they're saying make sure that your dash looks the same waterfall, all of these things. And then it looks like if you want, you can click the videos tab. There may be some more information over here. Yeah, little overview there. So let's go ahead and actually take a look at the physical product now, and you can get a better idea of our impressions of it, as well as the differences between how they come from Elevate, as well as what we did to paint ours black, and the trick to get them to stick should your knobs be a little worn out, or you see that the trim bezels aren't fitting quite as snug as you would like. Okay, so when we received the product, each of the rings are individually packed, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then also packaged inside of another larger bag. Easy enough. We went ahead and opened this guy up. So it's pretty similar to what we see on the website, on the pictures there. This is a really nice, solid piece. You know, you can't pinch it and bend it. It's just really constructed very well. So essentially, as the instructions on the website said, essentially it's just plug and play, right? You're just gonna drop that right on, and then there's the look of it. But one thing is there was a specific diameter of this outside button that was listed, and I've seen variations. I mean, we've had probably a dozen of these climate control radio button units. And I've seen, just as we saw earlier in the video, the aluminum ring trim on there. I've seen ones that have kind of a gushy plastic on them. I've seen some that don't have anything. They're just straight plastic. So there is some variation between the outside diameter that Volvo puts out, and also over time, especially if you have the ones that have a little bit of a gushy rubber coating, that's going to wear off. I've seen on some knobs from the junkyard that it's peeling. So in this situation, we will notice that putting it on, we do not get an exact kind of contact there. If I go to spin it, it just spins without actually spinning the dial. So here's a really easy trick. If you've ever taken your door panel off, you have seen this like door panel adhesive. It covers, attaches the plastic, which covers the internals inside of your door. This is also used for like resealing headlights and things of that nature. So what you do is you can get this on Amazon for just a few dollars, and you just pull off a booger of it. And what we're going to do is just simply roll that out like Play-Doh, right? And we'll just keep going until we get it very, very thin. And then we have an example of one that we already did, just a super thin. And then all we're gonna do is go ahead and just push that into the inner lip inside, right? So if you encounter the problem where your buttons are a little worn out, or for some reason they came from the factory and the diameter was a little off, then this is a really simple $1 hack. And then what we'll do is it's all pushed in there and it is behind the rim, so you're not going to see anything. And then now when you sandwich that down, it is going to hold everything. If you have a little bit of trim squirting out, then pull it off, just pull a little more of that off and work it. But now we can see that when we are spinning, there we go, and you can hear it. We're making contact with everything. The good thing about this stuff is it is not permanent. It's not sticky. It's just kind of a goop, and you can simply pull those off should you need to remove this from the waterfall at any point. But yeah, it just pops right on. I'm going to show you an example where on our buttons, you'll notice this is a factory untreated, and then what we've done is we've done color sand paint, color sand buff on ours to do black mirror finish, and we've also done the same thing on our rings. So we had another set that we were using just for our project here, wanted to try it out, and that one fits on perfect. So you will notice that even in the same garage I have different variations, and this one is no problem at all. So if you get these and you get freaked out and oh, it's just spinning, you can either do that or some kind of other material that will allow you to work it into the inner ring, and it will hold on there just fine. Let's go ahead and take a look inside the vehicle at how these look against our waterfall.
Okay, so we are over in the car. Ignore the soda cans and clothes. And we, you might be looking and saying, well, your dash looks a little, your radio bezel, your waterfall looks a little different. Yeah, so actually, you notice that mirror finish. We can see that shift knob in there. We went ahead and did a full sand, primer, 019 Blackstone paint, clear with hardener, color sand, buff that thing out. So we are going all black. We've been slowly eliminating the aluminum from this car, and so that is exactly why we did our black here. But what I wanted to show you is now on other applications where it's in the vehicle, right? So just before, we did see our color matched buttons. I left some of the old nasty stock ones on so you can see, right? So there is how that looks. Let me give you a side-by-side with a black one, what we've done, right? So if you still have the aluminum trim, then this is probably the way that you will go. As mentioned, you can do a little polish on that and get a different finish, as it said on elevatecars.com. Or if you're looking to do something different, you could probably definitely do some custom paint on that as well if you feel that your skill level is there. But you can kind of see the difference there, but even just how cool they look. One thing that is noted is if we zoom in and take a close look, how ratty these factory buttons are, or knobs, which is why we even went further and painted these, because you will see a little bit of that trim sticking out. So if I do a side by side, And let's put this one down here on that, and let's put our black one over here, and just push that on. Okay, so now we take a close look down here. See, there's a little bit of that trim, or a little bit of that lip that is going to show through there, and that's fine. But over here, you'll notice that even though it shows through, it matches both the back of the waterfall and the knobs that we did. So regardless of what you do with them, this just gives us a nice new dimension to the waterfall. And especially if you're still rocking the aluminum inside, this matches up perfect. If you're doing something crazy, then just take these same guys and you know, match them up. The one thing is that, you know, these buttons don't really have a hard time turning, but now with the ridges on here, the grip is really it's just really nice. It's a good feel to it. So I would definitely recommend getting these. We also just got a set for the P3 for our XC60, and I think on those we'll probably just leave the aluminum finish, but that's kind of an overview there. So hopefully that gives you guys some ideas, get you motivated, but definitely head over to elevatecars.com. Pick these up. Link is in the description below.